monkey. How's everyone doing on this Friday? I know I'm a very bad, no good streamer, starting late, super late even. But we're here for Wukong. Black Myth Wukong, to be exact. Why? Because I want more action games. I am monkey. Hear me roar. You are big boys. Hear you roar. Hello, boys. Sad question, are you actually guys, or are you just like instructions?
My master. Safe. The scriptures. Sound. All I ever wanted was a life in my mountain, free from you and your so-called merits. Those high above don't trust me. I understand that. And they send you and those knuckleheads to threaten me. To obey and serve once more. I understand that too. But what I don't understand is... you bastards killing my kind!
Because it's easy. And it does a lot of damage to you. Emotionally speaking, of course.
Stay back! Stupid dog! Mark this. He's not just any monkey. He's a monkey of merit. A monkey was made Buddha once. None other than me can challenge him to a duel. Look, monkey. I don't make a habit of fighting someone I've bested before. Here's my offer. If you lose, I'll take you to the Celestial Court. They will stay and level your mountain. But if I lose, I shall certainly take revenge, and they will level your mountain nonetheless. How tragic would that be, huh? You are one of the court. We don't need to resort to violence.
It seems like
How
we kind of
about you bend the knees, admit the wrongs, and we can put this behind us.
All these years, except for that pig, you're the one who talks the tallest tales. Good, I am entertained. Speaking of entertainment, wouldn't it be fun if I pluck your extra eye out for my snack and allow you to keep the other two? Because I'd hate to let you miss how I'll slaughter each mongrel of the court. Those below, those above, and that black mutt of yours. Come at me, all of you.
Could I just do a little bit? Feeling very high. Just turn down a little bit more.
They gave you many chances, and yet you spared each one with such ingratitude. The victorious fighting Buddha. Have you any idea how many would give their everything for immortality?
Immortality? For that word, all realms and beings have ruined themselves.
I don't know, they're just that loud, huh?
The Celestial Court welcomed you, foul monkey, yet you remain untamed. None shall save you now.
Dear brother, your edge needs homing. Good. I was in need of a back scratcher.
Well played.
Celestial might is with me. Who stands with you?
Get him, lads. Not the trees!
Foul monkey! Taste my axe!
Yeah, that actually had more effect. It was more of like a sweep instead of a chop.
Rat! You call that a duel? The glare up here is dazzling. Fight me in the woods if you have the guts.
There goes Monkey.
And so ends the last tale of Sun Wukong. A hero who treasured his freedom above all else. Buddhahood he attained, yes, but cumbersome he found the celestial rules, for he yearned to come back and to revel in the simple joys with us. Little did he know, his choice to forgo the life above only fueled their mistrust. This stone has stood for countless days on the mountain. Since my youth, they've said that his remains lie within it. Unbegotten, undying, such is the nature of a stone monkey. Though his body was broken, his spirit endures. Into 6 relics he turned, and separately they escaped, choosing to stay hidden. Those are the 6 senses of the great sage. Yet no one has ever seen them, not in centuries. I'm old now. Venture through all the lands I cannot. Yet among you, there might be one who is destined. Yet rise again.
Surely it's not me, the guy who has the same character model as Sun Wukong, eh? Surely not, no. Couldn't be me, couldn't it? Chapter 1, The Black Cloud, Red Fire.
On the gold bend the toll, life of human all for gold. Nowhere better than a home. We cheat death and ever grow. Huh? Here, you see, what bliss my fate shows.
Luck's around the corner. Seems like he just fell from a fruit tree here.
Perfect timing. This peach knew I needed a snack. You sneaky rascal! Dare to fool me? I'll make sure you regret it!
Wolf Scout. Immaculate skills, the wolf's lone aim, no price too high, his heart aflame. Yet wayward offers brought no gain, a futile vision, all in vain. Among the wolf guys, there was a young one, ambitious and always seeking rapid progress on the path of Tao. However, his time spent practicing was short and his skills remained shallow. He couldn't yet grasp the deeper techniques of his clan, leaving him impatient. One day, during his routine patrol, he carried a cask of fine wine. As he passed the mountain gate, he encountered the gatekeeper, Bulgard, who had a weakness for liquor. Eager to learn, the young wolf shared the wine with Bulgard and seized the opportunity to inquire about secret techniques. Partaking in the wine, feeling compelled, Bulgard taught him a few tricks. Rejoicing, the young wolf hurried home to practice. Excuse me, I feel... Ooh. 2 months passed, and having found little benefit in those teachings, he contemplated giving up. Excuse me. Recalling his previous success in bartering wine for knowledge, he retrieved a small golden statue and approached a snake patroller. Persuaded by gold, the greedy creature shared some techniques with him. Back at home, the young wolf practiced as instructed. Another month passed, yet his gains remained minimal. Undeterred, he repeated his tactic with other guys, exchanging valuables for teachings. Over time, he visited everyone in the mountain, amassing a repertoire of techniques. Yet despite practicing one day and another the next, he made no progress. Eventually, a compassionate elder wolf offered guidance, yet the young wolf conversely started lecturing the kind old wolf with his strange mastery, leaving him speechless. From that point on, no one in the clan was willing to teach him. Wolf Sworn Sword. Meager of wit wrapped in white attire, in sludge they crawl, yet yearn for higher. Bent to power, king's favor they seek, where even lowly fowls may peak. A white-robed wolf guy patrolling the hills seized a sword from a traveler. Jewels studded its scabbard, its blade sharp and bright. Coveting it, he strapped the sword to his side, reveling reveling in its splendor. Yet when it was time to give tribute, he hid it away. The other guys chided. Without offering such treasures to the king, how will you earn his favor? Or do you fancy patrolling forever? The wolf guy scoffed. Such treasures we cherish, the king barely notices. You offer scrap metal and dream of favor? You are fools. They dismissed his words, seeing them as mere excuses to shirk his duty, while they toiled on. The wolf guai indulged in peaches and drank whenever he could lay hands on them, keeping the very best for himself. The others knew his punishment would come, and waited. One day, the Black Wind King held a lecture on Buddhism in the mountains, speaking of enlightenment and revival. His guardians spread paper talismans, and all were commanded to consume them before the chanting and prayers. Hours later, the king inquired about their enlightenment. A pause fell. Then the white-robed wolf guai stood, and then emerged others one by one. The next day, a decree was issued to the guardians. The wolf guai was promoted to a minor captain. All the other guais, puzzled, whispered amongst themselves. How had the wolf guai not only escaped punishment, but found himself rewarded?
How many times you come around, you're still as mischievous as ever, eh?
I don't know, sir. This is my first time here. Is this a toggle sprint? It's not a toggle sprint.
Is that a monkey or am I just seeing?
Why would you think a monkey makes you see things? Little stalwart. Neither sky cares nor earth will hold. By liquor's laugh, bold spirits unfold. In drunken dreams, a cosmos wide, wake with worries cast aside. Rare was the reverie for the minor guides who patrol the mountain paths, the delights not granted, but taken in human guises. Thieving sustenance from unsuspecting townsfolk. The charade proved fleeting, for the villagers grew wise to their deceit, and the guides, oft caught mid-bite, were met with the town's rugged justice deterring their mischief. Among them was a wolf guai with a penchant for drink, who, on a day of indolence, lay beneath an ancient tree. Suddenly an elder wolf, cloaked in feathers of a crane, appeared to him, asking, "Why forsake your patrol for idleness?" The wolf guai sighed. "I long for drink, but the townsfolk see through me. I am left to quench my thirst only in my dreams." The elder chuckled as he whispered a secret. "Seek the shrine, conceal yourself behind the curtains, and the sacred spirit's liquor shall be yours to drink." Then, with a shift of form, he vanished. Wavering in doubt, the wolf guai transformed and hurried to the town shrine. There, veiled behind curtains, a sacred effigy stood. Its origins unknown, the altar laden with decadent offerings and fine spirits. As advised, he nestled himself between the curtains, indulging in the liquor until his belches betrayed him to the gathering crowd in the shrine. Trapped between the curtains, the wolf guai listened as a voice rang out. "The wine jar offered is empty, our tributes were received." A chorus of prayers erupted, beseeching favor from the immortals. From that day forth, folks from miles around flocked to the shrine, offering the demon endless drink. But as days passed, the once delightful treat turned bitter, and those prayers, be they pietous or greedy, weighed heavily upon him with helplessness. One day, unable to endure the bitterness any longer, the wolf guai burst from behind the curtain, hosting the jar and smashing it on the altar amidst the screams of onlookers. With a deafening crash, he suddenly awoke beneath the tree. No shrine, no incense, no crowd around. With a tired sigh, he took up his axe and set off to patrol the mountains once more. Gold. Stone spirit.
Report. Oh, what you waiting for? Pluck your hair and make an offer. Hey, wait! I, the keeper of Blackwind Mountain, have long been waiting for your arrival. Ah, his spitting image, I'd say.
You, sir, look like a potato.
Up ahead is Guan Yin Temple. Once it was bustling with worshippers, before it was ruined by that fire. Then the temple was rebuilt. Oh, what good is it to rebuild a temple if the goodwill of men has been burned to ashes? You've forgotten this place, but they haven't forgotten you. Oh, that's a tough one. Good luck to you.
Oh. They added a map. See, I first played this when it first came out. There was no map. They must have added this. And even added a thing for your... free yourself a god back to Last Keeper's Shrine.
We have company.
Wolf Soldier. Sun-swept hills they guard and tread, from glint of steel their daily bread. Far flung from their native land, at nights for home their soul shall stand. Ever since the Black Bear Gwai returned from Gwain and crowned himself king, he boasted of the arts he had learned. Tales of his newfound method of practice and power of revival allured many a Gwai to Blackwind Mountain, seeking the king's favor. These minions toiled with abandon. Among them, a wolf Gwai worked with tireless zeal. He rose before dawn, patrolled the mountains, continued well into the night. All the treasures he found were first laid at the king's feet. His life was one of labor, and yet without a moment to make friends. Despite his dedication, his presence barely stirred a whisper among the others. His name was seldom uttered. His brother, seeing such unacknowledged dedication, spent his savings for a seat in the king's lecture. The wolf Gwai sat there, heavy with regret for the silver he had squandered, both on the journey here and the seat at the lecture. That could have been used to buy himself a shield or blade. Had I... oh, a new blade, he mused. Glory could have been mine. As he pondered this, golden-clad guardians scattered paper talismans before him. Commanded to consume them, they chanted in meditation for hours until the king sought signs of enlightenment. The white-robed wolf Gwai stood first, claiming a favor within and clarity of mind. The diligent wolf Gwai thought to himself, sweating fervently in a crowd is no marvel, achieving clarity after chanting is no miracle. Just as he was lost in thought, the Cyan bull Gwai rose next, followed by others. The diligent wolf Gwai stayed seated, unsure, until the king gestured for them all to sit down. Later, treasures were doled out. The bull Gwai received a golden pin, the white wolf Gwai a title, but the gentle one kept his old shield and dull blade, patrolling the mountain still. Only from then on he did under the white-robed one's whims, ever obedient. Poor diligent wolf Gwai. Dodging, conserve stamina, and control. Reduces stamina cost on sprinting. Reduces stamina cost on dodging. Additions of light engage starter. Moving forward. Time to spin. Increases health. Increases stamina. Well, let's do some dodging first.
Be smarter, our mighty kings.
You're right. You should have been smarter. Ah, that must be the Cyan Bull. Yarn. Used to craft armor. Used to make medicines. Also, there is areas down here, so... Who are you? Okay, then.
Sir, some flesh for us.
A croaky? In pools they dwell, forms unrefined, ugly and odd, voices entwined. Bellies swell with a ranctious tune, in death they burst, an angry boom. Two frog-wise practiced in the marshes. The smaller frog was often bullied, yet the big one always stood up for him, and soon they forged a strong friendship. One day, amidst a contest held by Ba Li Guiyang to appoint a sergeant among all the frogs, turmoil stirred and rippled through the ranks. Finally, the choice was narrowed down to the two: a brawny big frog and quick-witted small frog. Though the other frogs were discontented, they dared not voice their dissent. The two were assigned to guard the dwelling of Ba Li Guiyang. On their duty, a valuable amber glass was found broken. Unable to identify the culprit, all the frogs began clamoring for punishment against the two instead. The big frog attempted to reason with them, but got antagonized by their words and soon escalated the argument into a brawl. The frogs interpreted this as his reaction out of embarrassment, hence evidence of his guilt. The small frog, meanwhile, remained silent beside them. Seeing this, the big frog challenged him for not speaking up in his defense, and he began to suspect his smaller companion. Hesitated for a while, the small frog then admitted to breaking the glass. However, the other frogs dismissed his confession, arguing that one of them had committed premeditated vandalization while the other had neglected his duty, and both deserved punishment by death. The small frog grew anxious and could not help but engage in the argument. As their voices grew louder and louder, the bellies inflated larger and larger until some of them finally burst, splattering blood and flesh all over the place, leaving none unsoiled. Also, Jade Lotus. Poor little frog. You're a badass, aren't you? I can tell. You're all alone. Ow. Crow Diviner. He knows the world's fate through divination, yet cannot secure his own salvation. In what he thought was a place of peace, fate's tangled threads never cease. It is said that the crow is gathering in temples, having listened to santras and teachings every day, to develop a spiritual nature and predict fortune and misfortune. Thus, some fortune tellers who call themselves crow diviners like to set up stalls in front of temples, using crows to pick fortune sticks for divination. They always lit sandalwood incense, which symbolizes the temple, at their stalls and claimed that their crows were spiritually enlightened ones from the temple. One such crow diviner had a crow he had raised from a chick, which could communicate with him using specially made fortune sticks. Every day he sent the crow to various parts of the city to observe people's lives. When clients came to seek fortunes, he would use the fortune sticks to inquire about information from the crows. He mixed this information with his own understanding of human affairs, weaving prophecies ever half true, which often managed to deceive. One day an official came seeking a fortune, offering a large sum of money. The crow diviner told him that his official career would be prosperous and that he would reach a high position. Unexpectedly, the official not only failed to get promoted that year, but was demoted instead. Enraged, the official brought his household servants to demand an explanation. The crow diviner used the information gathered by the crows to explain that the official had not spent enough money on temple renovation, which magically convinced him. The official, deeply believing in his abilities, even introduced the crow diviner to his colleagues. The crow diviner amassed a considerable fortune through this, but he knew too many secrets of the officials and feared for his life. He decided to change his career. One day he attempted to drive all the crows away, but they refused to leave. The crow diviner tried various means to get rid of them, but the crows, unable to endure his mistreatments any longer, attacked and pecked him to death. Afterwards, the crows transformed into human forms, donned the attire of fortune tellers, and continued to sell fortunes around the temple, deceiving people as the crow diviner had done. You know, you could have just done the career change without them attacking out of crows. Just saying. Who keeps dumping all these heads down here? It's kind of inconsiderate. You know, it is that time of day. Even though we just barely started, but I'm gonna go walk the dog. So I'll be right back.